G'day mate and welcome back to Capital Mystery with me, JD. In our last episode, we finished off food processing. We know how food's going to be processed. We know how all the different builds go together. Sure, they're not actually put together yet. Sure, they're not actually hooked up to the belts. Sure, they're not even built yet, but that's okay because I want to clear out a little bit more room. I want to clear out a little bit more room where we plan on placing them. I'd prefer it if all the water disappeared first so we didn't flood the crater. You know, small little preference. The good news is, well, I've got a little bit of time before I have to do that because a pressing matter has come up. A very, very pressing matter, very, very important matter. There was a certain pipe, a particular pipe that we placed a long time ago. The wonderful Schrodinger's pipe, which we never knew whether it was going to be empty or full. It could be empty, it could be full. The only way you'd find out is by going and having a look. And the problem is, well, it's in one of those two states and it's been in one of those two states for far too long and now it's causing problems. So I need to go look inside Schrodinger's pipe to find out whether it's going to be full or empty. And that is going to be the main topic of today's episode. So before we get into that, I need to ask a very, very important question. And that is, of course, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like in the video. Not happy with the video? Didn't enjoy the video? Well, by all means, you can have a look inside and find out whether I gave you the like back. As always, at the start of every episode, I like to thank those that go above me on, those that choose to support the channel. And today, as we're already changing things up and not dealing with the food problem, we're going to also change things up and not thank a YouTube member. Yep. We're going to choose instead to thank a wonderful Patreon member. A wonderful Patreon member I need to thank, after the garage door opens again, the wonderful, Vieta. Thank you, Vieta, for being a wonderful member of the Patreon group. Thank you for choosing to support the channel. Thank you for choosing to pledge on Patreon, where, well, most of the money goes to, well, not to me. It all goes on Stackaroos, because Charlie and the other cats are very, very hungry. But I appreciate that, you know, at least Patreon gives me most of the money. YouTube, yeah, it's about 70%. 65%, somewhere there, I can't remember. Patreon, 90%. Also, yeah, the discount if you want to do 12 months, one hit. Cool. All right, so thank you, Vieta, for choosing to become a Patreon member. We need to get onto a few tasks. The first thing I want to do is I want to press the magic F3 button because I've noticed that cargo ships have come down in price. So I'm going to buy a cargo ship. That seems reasonable. We definitely need more cargo ships. We're also going to pause it because I like it when my ships are piloted by ghost crews. Yes. So that's the first thing I need to do. Second thing I need to do is, well, I need to dig out this corner right here. The catch is there is some pumps and dumps in the way. So I need to move them. Of course I need to move them. We know the cargo depot doesn't have a module. It's fine. I'm collecting them. Okay. So I need to move these guys. Now, down here I have 3 desal plants, which means, oh, you're running on brine. I have 3 desal plants, which means I need 3 pumps. So I have moved 3 pumps over here. Now, if I have 3 pumps, logic assumes that I only need 2 dumps, because generally that's the rule of thumb. For every pump you need, need 1 less dump. So in theory, that is the build done. How much do you output? You output 42. That's 126, and you dump 120. So we're a little bit short, but we're mostly there. But it does mean that can go away. 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 And go away. Cool. Also means that finally the trucks can fill in this little corner. Once this little corner's filled in, I can send a digging crew out here to, well, push back the terrain just a little bit, and we can sort of square off this corner, probably rip out this whole corner here to give me a little bit more room for food processing, because the food processing build became slightly larger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, just tiny bit. Smallest, bittiest bit. It's fine. It's fine. It should give me a little bit more room. Also means that now that's done, we can probably have you guys fill in that area as well. All right. So that was my side projects, my short list of side projects. There's not that many side projects I need to deal with. That was really the only one. Oh, maybe not filling that area. Yeah, not till we move those pipes to a different location. I don't know where a different location is, but we need to move them to a different location. All right. My next problem is this problem. This problem. So this is our lovely water tank that goes into the town, which from memory had like 3,000 plus water in it at some stage, and now has well 2.5 or 2.2. Yeah, it's half full. And it is fed by, well, our wastewater system, which turns our wastewater back to clean water, but is also boosted by this pipe here. This pipe here that comes from our, well, our treatment plant for all sorts of other things. Of course, we are burning waste, and we're taking that waste and we're converting it into, well, exhaust and high-pressure steam. The high-pressure steam is coming with a couple of thermal desalinators, making us some water. Also, the exhaust is coming over here and being fed into an exhaust scrubber, which is also giving us steam, which is going into a desalinator plant, giving us even more water. All the water comes in here, into this balancer, whereupon it's put into this water tank to feed, well, the exhaust scrubber and also the incineration plant, because they need water to make steam, yep. And then our excess pumps into this pipe, which then comes over to here, which then becomes our Schrodinger's pipe, yes, because it may or may not have water in it. It turns out, as you are running that way, and that is the priority, there's never any water in this pipe, and therefore there's never any water in this pipe, which means there's just not enough water. So I need to find another way to get more water. Now, I have lots of options, because we turn you into a giant Schrodinger's pipe. So you come over here, whereupon you hit, well, this little build, and you could dump extra water in here. And then from there, you could come through here on this pipe, and come over here, and we could dump more water into here. And then from there, you come all the way down here and dump water into here. And then I did mention that over here, we have our data centers, and you could even dump more water into here. So I made sure I could get rid of water should I need to, but I didn't really invent a way to add more water into the system. Yeah. So I have a couple of options. The lazy option is, as the water table is right here, I could put one of these right here, and I could run the pipe under there, and we just plug that in, and that would sort of solve the problem. In fact, I could probably put in a couple of these to make sure the problem is definitely solved. And that is one solution. It's a wonderful solution. Whoever's playing with this belt, stop it. Did you push material down the hill? No. I don't know who played with that belt, but stop it. Okay. Don't care and don't care. Cool. Also don't care about that one. So that is one option. My other option is if we come all the way up to here. Blueprinted down a long time ago. Was four pumps which plug into this pipe. And this pipe comes all the way down here and runs into these desalinators. Now, if I had another way to make a little bit more steam, which requires a little bit more water, I could probably add another couple of desalinators and I could probably solve the problem that way. But I'd need to have some seawater. The good news is somebody, not mentioning names, planned a long time ago to have some more seawater and even put in the pumps and the pipe. Now, the catch is the pipe comes down to here and then stops. So we just need to run the pipe all the way down to the bottom of the grader. Can I plug you into there? Cool. And you're going to come here at height 1, and then you're going to go to there, and then you're going to go under the bridge and over to here, and then up to height 3 and into that tile, and then you're going to come to here, 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 into that corner, over to here, over that mess, plus over that mess. Why are you down lower? Height 3, please. Okay, then you're going to come to there. Then you need to go above this belt, so we'll take you down to height 1 and above that belt. And then you need to run above that pipe. Height 2. Down, back to height 1. Yeah. It's my mess. I'm allowed to call it a mess. You're not allowed to call it a mess. Okay. Height 3. No. Height 2. Low. Be a good pipe. Height 2. Okay. I clicked. Stop it. Come on. Height 2 to there. Height 2 to there. Height 2 to there. And there. And there. And there. And there. See, after we get a bit of a groove going, okay, running these pipes up and down these ramps, not nearly as hard as I make it out to be. After you get a groove running. Okay, and then height 2 to there. Height 1 to here. Bring you over the corner. Height height 1 to here, then height 2 to there, and then to there, and then to there, and then there, there. Come on. Almost there. So close. So close. Height 1. Okay, and then I need you to go under there. So we're going to raise you up and over the top. Then I'm going to take this pipe at height 1 and run it under here. It was neat for so long and then completely screwed up by past duty spaghetti. Okay, and then we'll leave you right about here. Alright, can I remove that? Are you one giant pipe segment? You seem to be one giant pipe segment. Great. 5 uni. Go away. Alright, so that gives me water down here. Well, seawater. Seawater. Not really the drinkable type of water, but seawater. Alright, so then I need some desalinators. We're going to put 1 there. We're going to make sure we've enabled the right recipe. And I need to find some high pressure steam to feed this. And I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have 4 of them. Okay, so let's go with that tile. I hope that's the right tile. Alright, so I need to get, seawater in here. I also need to get rid of the brine. And I also need to get some high pressure steam. High pressure steam we'll come back to. Seawater. I just ran the pipe so we know exactly where that pipe is. We're going to keep that at height number 1. And I'm going to run it through to here. No, through to here. And then actually just run it through to there. Cool. And then we're going to go from you to you, from you to you, from you to you, and from you to you. Yep, I'm not a big fan of the squiggles, but it is the most efficient way to get things packed in as tightly as possible. All right, on our output side, I need to have 2 outputs. So we're going to have clean water and we're going to have brine. Now, clean water, we have here. This is where all our clean water is currently coming in, and brine goes into here. So I sort of need to get brine over this way, and I need to get clean water into here, which means this is hopefully fairly easy, and it's nothing like brain surgery, because I tried that, and I was bad at it. Hence, I became a content creator. All right, so we're going to go to here with clean water, and then, no. We're going to go to here, and then I'm going to go up against that belt. And then I'm going to come and sneak in there. Okay. Now, you are going to output 78 clean water multiplied by 4, which is 312 clean water. On top of that, you're going to output 78 clean water times by 3. So, not times by 4. I want it times by 7, which is 564 clean water. Plus another 72, not another 78. So I technically have 618 clean water at this point, which is problematic. Very problematic. Sure, I am using a little bit of it right here, but I need to account for that, and I think the easiest answer for that right now is I hook that into there. So we now have double the throughput. So rather than only being able to move 450 clean water, I can now move 900 clean water. And then, in theory, you're going to use some amount of water, and then we'll ignore the problem from there, and we'll work it out in the future. No, we'll add a second one into the next balancer just in case, and then we'll work out the rest in the future. Okay, so clean water, clean water, clean water, clean water. I want to grab you into there, you into there, you into there, and you into there. Cool. And then we can cut off the excess, and we can build the pipes. Okay, and we can build those pipes. All right. So that just leaves brine. Brine comes into this balancer. Cool. And I have 42 brine times by 7 of them, plus a low pressure one, which is 24 brine. So I have 318 brine, which means I need 5 dumps. Also means that you're going to need a little bit of an upgrade, and you're going to need a second pipe. Actually, no, 318. No, we're good. I just need to upgrade the pipe. Yeah. And then you take brine off to the sea, and you take brine over here to make salt. So that should be fine. All right. So we just need to make sure that I get my brine out of here and into here. So the easiest way for me to do that is run a pipe along height number 1 to here. And then we're going to go straight up because these are separated, so I can run them straight up, which is so much neater. And then from here, I think if we go up to height 2, okay, up to height 1, and then smack that right into there. Because that is already a brine pipe. Sure, you know, I'd have to upgrade the brine pipe, but I think we can upgrade a brine pipe fairly easily. So then I just need to get steam. Now, steam. Steam requires water. Water is the one thing I don't have. But I also don't have bottom coal having any coal mining happening. Can I get you guys to mine this down to 81, please? And this down to 81, please. Not that. That's cool. That's cool. I trust them. They're all good. You can go down to 81. You can go down to 81. You can ramp? Sure, we'll do that. At least then it gives them something to do. Yeah. Can I also just get your wrap around the corner just so you clear out that little bit over there because that'll frustrate me in the long term. And Diggy can keep, well, edging team. Edging team has, as you can see, pushed out the edge just a little bit. They can keep knocking around the edge. Yeah. Well, sure. The limestone guys will help you out in here. All right. So I just need to have steam. Okay, steam is the only thing I'm missing, which also requires water. Now I have plenty of power. We could just throw in an electric boiler and be done with it. But I like not wasting anything. I like maximizing everything I possibly can. So what I'm going to do is we have fuel gas. We have fuel gas right here. It's coming from our poop system. Our poop system, which turns our sludge into compost. And that fuel gas, we are using some of it, just the tiniest amount of it, just 6 of it, to run into the incineration plant. And then we're taking the excess fuel gas and we're running over here. And we're running into the wonderful golden jewels, the golden jewels of maintenance. Yes, they're using 2 fuel gas each for a total of another 6 fuel gas. So we are using some of the fuel gas, but I have spare fuel gas. I have spare fuel gas. We can tell that because, well, the flare keeps flaring. So what I want to do is I want to grab some of our fuel gas, and we're going to do that by moving that pipe over there. And that means I can remove that pipe. And you're going to be priority out that direction as well. And then I'm going to grab my fuel gas, and I'm going to bring my fuel gas to about here somewhere. Because I have you. You were in theory, and you were doing a horrible job of it, just so you know. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Cool. That's all. Okay, you were designed to burn off any excess water because we had our wonderful Schrodinger's pipe that should take water out this way and off to the settlement first. And then should that be full, it would then take excess water and it would pump it out this way. And this way would take it through our Schrodinger's pipe, which will then dump some water here and then dump some water over here and then finally dump some water over here. And if there was still excess water, excess water, it would bring it over here. And we would use some of our precious fuel gas that is just backed up doing a whole lot of nothing. And we would burn that fuel gas and that water to create steam and then vent the steam. We're not going to do that anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to remove all of this. Cool. I'm also going to CO2. Can I remove that pipe right about there and remove that? Cool. So we're going to move our CO2 over to here instead. But for us to burn CO2, it also means I need to have water. So I need to get water into here. So we have, no, can I have another skinny pipe, please? Cool. I have a water tank right here. Now, this water tank is the very important water tank that I'm using for very important things, like, well, the exhaust scrubbing and the fuel burning. So this is guaranteed to have water in it. Can we not, please? Okay, so I need to bring that to there. But I have a couple of chimneys in the way. So we need to remove those chimneys or find a different path around. In my case, I'm going to remove the chimneys because I'm going to run my water around to there. Cool. That is definitely facing the wrong way. You did a good job, pipe. All right. Also, you're going to still output fuel gas, exhaust, CO2, all the words, which I'm going to run over that belt, down to here, into here, up to there, over to here, down to here, and into there. Cool. Because, well, the CO2 that you output, at least we're bringing over here and we're turning it into graphite, which we're then putting in a storage box, which then we're burning in our smelter. So we might as well, you know, turn the graphite into something useful. So I could definitely burn all of that. Except I need you and you and you to go away. Because you're in my way. Also, you output CO2, which can now be fed into that same pipe, which now is going to need an upgrade, so we can have our 72 CO2 and our 72 CO2 pop over here and turn into, well, wonderful, wonderful graphite. But also need water. So there to there to there. Cool. So if I plug that in, that should provide you with both water and fuel gas. And then therefore you should be able to make steam. Now if I can get steam, I should okay, this is gonna be horrible. Okay, I should be able to run that into there, then that into there, then take this out of here and run it into there and into there. Okay, it's gonna look ghastly, it's gonna look horrible, but it is the smallest footprint I can get to, well, try and get these running. So you're going to bring out steam. I'm going to run that to the left side of the connector. Then we're going to connect the connector directly to the building because it can. Then I'm going to take the right side of the connector and connect it to the next building. And then I'm going to take the rear of the connector and bring it over here and plug it into another connector to plug in the next two buildings. But it should, in theory, providing I've done everything correctly, give you both seawater and steam. And therefore, in theory, you should output clean water. And your clean water, in theory, should come back in here and make sure this tank is full. If this tank is full, therefore you get more water, therefore you make more steam, and therefore the circle of life continues. Any excess water should come over to here, which is a much, much more full pipe than it was previously, and plug it into there. And it should then come out here, and then it should go into our tank. And our tank needs to get above halfway full. If it gets above halfway full, I've done a wonderful job, and everything has gone to plan. That's the hope, at least. All right. Well, that looks like a problem. Okay, correct. That is all filled in. Can you fill that in, please? Cool. Can I disconnect you, remove that belt, and remove that box, because you're in my way. All right, we're gonna up the priority on this, so hopefully it gets done in a hurry, and then I'm gonna move to a different set of pipes. So I have these little pipes that pop around the edge of the map. Very, very important pipes. They've been mostly doing silent work up until now, mainly because only one end of them is connected. But this is very, very important future infrastructure projects. Yes. That need to run, come on, there. Cool. Need to run from there to there, which means, in theory, if you're done, I could find the other end of this pipe being here, and I could disconnect it here because you no longer need to exist there. Cool. Also means that I can take my naphtha and I can plug my naphtha directly in there, and also disconnect my naphtha there because in theory I don't need that pipe anymore. In theory, hope so, because this then becomes naphtha from here to here to here to here to here, which then if I didn't need this diesel, what's this diesel pipe doing? Absolutely nothing, apart from hopefully draining. Okay, can I remove that much of the pipe? Can I also remove that much of the pipe? Because naphtha doesn't do anything until it gets to the bottom of the crater. Means I should be able to plug that into there. Cool. If I plug that into there, that is a naphtha pipe that is not connected to both ends, and I have no way of doing anything with it. So we're going to remove that. That is a diesel pipe that is not plugged into anything, but I could be plugged in this fuel station, but I don't want the fuel to go past the fuel station. So can I, ooh, well, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this, then we're going to take this and we're going to plug it into that pipe. And you're a naphtha pipe that's just completely empty, which is my behave. Let's double check the other end. Completely my favorite type of pipe. Well, if you're meant to be empty. This end is also empty. Cool. You can also go away. Cool. And that means hopefully that little bit of squiggle can go away. And I can have a squiggly free pipe that in theory goes from naphtha down here to up our ramp, up our other ramp, through here, under our bridges, comes this corner of the map. That sort of ruins the pattern. We'll fix that later. Comes under the map, goes all the way around here underground, goes all the way over here, goes to here, which is partially buried, and plugs straight back into there. So that should be a complete pipe. And that should make me a very, very happy boy, because it does mean that these pipes that were in the middle of the map no longer do anything, which I'm always glad to hear. Yeah. And you I could reverse to fill that, but it's only diesel. You are also only diesel. Sure, you're 700 diesel, but you're only diesel. Can I remove that little section? And then I think we can ignore this for a little while longer. All right. Fort Knox has a high supply of gold. Well, if Fort Knox has a high supply of gold, that does mean the money bin is also full. Also means that Fort Knox is also full. Also means I need another box, which is going to need a small little belt from here to here. And this one we need to rename as well to Jetty's Retirement Funds. Yes, because this is the box that's going to fill up first. Yeah, it's just going to fill right the way up from everything that's in the rear box, which suits me 100%. Keep mining gold, guys. You're doing a great job. All right. So next on my list was to get this corner, but I'll have to wait for 5 minutes because we're still not finished down here. All right. So in theory, we've got our water problem solved. It's now more than half full, so it should be solved. But that leads me to a brand new problem, because I like problems. I like my problems on my problems. With the addition of these and me not having enough dumps, which I should fix, what do we need? We needed 6 of them, right? It's 42 times 8. 336. We need 6 of them. Okay, can I build that dump, that pipe, and that pipe? That should do us. All right. What I need to do is we might end up with a situation where I have too much water. And there is a solution for that. There's always a solution for having too much water. I could do something smart. I could do something simple. I could come through here and take every single one of these smelters outputting a whole bunch of icky, nasty, ew, gross, exhaust into the atmosphere. And I could take all that exhaust. I could scrub all that exhaust. And then once I've scrubbed all that exhaust and we have a nice clean atmosphere, I could then run all that through some scrubbers and then choose to run cooling towers rather than, desalinators, and accept that we're going to lose some water. And that would probably balance things out a little bit. But the other thing I can do, and it's definitely what we're going to be doing, is we're going to put a farm in. We're going to put a farm in the crater. I know. JD, you're mad. You're crazy. We're going to put a farm in the crater. We're going to grab a greenhouse Mark II, because they're the expensive type. And we're going to be putting you right about here. I need to know where 3 tiles are, please. 3 tiles is there. That's what I thought. 3 tiles is there. Cool. Now, if I have a farm is all well and good. I could grow all sorts of crops in a farm. All sorts of crops. Wonderful crops. But I can only fit 1 farm. Maybe I could fit 2. But there's a building I'd like to install. A building I'd like to install instead. Because we are in the year 736, which means I would very much like a Tomb of Captains, because the Tomb of Captains provides a final resting place for generations of captains who led the people of the Yard. When completed, the fire should always be lit and the tomb should be decorated with flowers to pay tribute to the resting captains, because I have, the Captain Ministry Supporters DLC pack. It's a very, very special pack that you get, automatically if you kickstarted the game, which of course I did. Also, you can buy it on the Steam store should you want to. It is also how I have this question an awful lot. How do I have, the crater map? Because, the whole map user-generated map editor, it's not available. It's not available yet. It should be soon, but it's not available yet. And of course, I have the crater because it's part of the Spoilers Edition DLC. As is, the fountains, as are the fountains. Yes, they're part of the Spoilers Edition DLC. Also is, well, the Golden Jewels. The Golden Jewels are maintenance. Yes, they're also part of the Supporters Edition DLC, along with the Tomb of Captains. As, well, we're in the year 750, and let's be honest, every single time a past Jedi makes a mistake, well, he's taken out the front and put in front of a diggy boy or a trucky boy. We're not really picky as to which one. And, well, the vehicle accelerates, and then lessons are learnt, and a new generation of Jedi instantly gets promoted. And as past Jedi has made a number of mistakes on this island, there's a number of past Jedis that need somewhere to be their final resting place. So we have done the research a little while ago, which gave us 6 captains, six tombs of captains that we need to build. So I figure we should build one. Also, it's slightly expensive at 400 construction parts and 3,000 concrete slabs. So I'm going to, of course, spend 20 uni to have that built instantly. Also, I'm pretty happy with you being right here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the farm being hard up against it. 10 uni. 10 uni is cheap. 3,000 concrete slabs means this box is now suddenly very, very, very empty. Also means that I can finally get rid of that notification, and that notification. Cool. But in my farm, you might ask, Jedi, what are you planning? And how does this fix your water problem? Well, the first answer for my water problem is we're going to take water from you. You output water to the town, and then you were outputting water to Schrodinger's pipe. Before you go to Schrodinger's pipe, you're going to go water this way. And we're going to take clean water, and we're going to run this at height number 3, because that way hopefully it avoids most of the spaghetti. And we're going to run to there, to here, to 3 tiles, to ground level, and then into there. Cool. We're gonna have a pipe. We're gonna have a pipe full of water. Hopefully, eventually. We'll put a bridge in. Not that the trucks really need to get on the other side of this, but we'll put a bridge in anyway. And then it did say that the Tomb of Captains needs to always have, you know, flowers to decorate it. Now, there are flowers in the game. Of course there's flowers in the game. When I find a spot where the trucks don't drive over them every 5 seconds. Flowers, flowers, flowers. That's grass. 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 There's some yellow flowers. There's blue flowers. There's purple flowers. I know there's flowers. I've seen the flowers. I've intentionally driven trucks over flowers. I've intentionally built whole transportation routes that try and do nothing but drive over flowers. Flowers? Flowers. Original grass. Hey, cool. There's some white flowers. We have some white flowers, and we have, I don't know, purple flowers. Purple flowers. Maybe they don't grow on soil you've dumped. I don't know. All right, having more flowers was part of update number 1. That's just a chunk of concrete. Okay. So we have flowers in the game, and I could send one of the peasants. Sorry, I mean one of the people that live in the town, one of the 12 workers, off to go and pick flowers all day, every day, and bring them up and have them decorate the wonderful Tomb of Captains that is still building. Or we could plant them. We're gonna plant them. Yeah, flowers. Flowers are a special crop. Very, very special crop. Okay. When you look at the whole farm interface, I'll link the video up in the top right-hand corner. There's the farm interface there's a lot of details we need to cover, but if you want to better understand the interface, how fertility and everything else works, like I said, I'll link the video up in the top right-hand corner. I did a whole tutorial video on it, but for the point of today's exercise, we need to look at three important numbers. We need to look at how much water per month. 56. That's pretty high. Yep. In fact, I think that's the highest one. It is. Cool. So it's going to use a crap ton of water. Fertility. The fertility is 18.8. It is now also the highest. Sugarcane is the only one. Oh, and soybean. Sugarcane and soybean also super high. The last one is the 4 months. The 4 months means that it destroys the soil in 4 months, whereas sugarcane destroys the soil in 9 months. This does it way faster. So if I plant one of those in, we're going to see a couple of very important things. One, the fertility equilibrium is going to drop to 6.3. And our average production per 60 is going to be 0.6 flowers per month. I'd be better off if I took my 12 workers and I said to them, go out there with a pair of scissors, find me a flower and cut it and bring it back. It would have been much better. But one of the main reasons the fertility is so low is because we're not rotating the crops. But I need you to finish a full cycle before I get that error message up. Meanwhile, what is a flat conveyor and why are you broken? I don't care. A high supply of rock. We're trying to work on that. Okay, you're done. You're done. Can I fill in this area? Cool. And can we fill in this area? Cool. And I don't really want this bucket here anymore. No. The problem is this ain't emptying either. Okay, what we're gonna do. You're out of diesel. Well, that sort of suits me entirely. We're gonna remove that pipe. Cool. With that pipe gone, and people having nowhere to dump dirt. Okay, all right, we'll work on the dirt problem. So, you are that tower. You are that tower. You can edit area. You can be aimed at the ground. You are that tower. You can edit area. You can be aimed at the ground too. You are that tower, which is done. You can be edited and aimed at the ground too. All right, so then I can find a dirt tower. Yep, you were doing dirt across the front of the island. We're going to edit area. I'm going to have you do just this section. We'll come back to that problem in the future. We're going to find the other dirt tower. And we're going to have you edit area from about here to about here. Okay, fine. Be like that. Edit area from there to there. Cool. And the other dirt tower can edit area like that. Cool. And who owns this? Who's this? Who's this little square here? Okay. Okay, we need to dirt tower. Edit area. There to no, edit area. Gimme. Gimme. There to there. I don't know who owns that square. It must be not you. Not you, not you. You it must be. Okay, you can go back to aiming at your feet. Yes, I have towers everywhere. And we'll grab one of these that's now free. And we'll have you do all the exposed pipes because, you know, it turns out you can't leave your pipes exposed. That's silly. Okay. All of that needs to be done. All right. And all of that needs to be done, except somebody put a bucket in the way. Right, there to there to there to there. Alrighty. Hang on, there's a pipe there. What's this pipe doing? You have diesel and you're flowing that way. Which goes nowhere. Flip. You're also not connected. Are you connected to a fuel station down here? Which is full of fuel. Yeah, if there's a fuel station full of fuel, that implies it's not working very hard. Alright, we'll come back to those problems. Okay, so this area has been marked with rock. No, I need the other tower. The other tower. That other tower. Okay. This area and this area have been marked with rock. They can get filled, and that's been marked with. Ooh, there's a bucket there. Cool. Alright. Dirt from this edge to... Crap. Okay. From here to here. Just like that. Okay. And here to here. And can I put a ramp there? And we'll put a ramp in here as well. And this will just fill as far across as we can. Okay. And this is inside a fill zone. So we're just going to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. Alright, so that should fix my dirt problem. Back to this. Alright. Flowers. Because this area must be cheap. Fertility consumption is increased due to lack of rotation. Because we're not rotating the crops, we get a double penalty on our fertility, which means fertility equilibrium is 6.3. Also means I get 0.6 flowers per month. That is providing that they don't die out from, well, lack of water. So what we're going to do is we're going to definitely plant with this, the fertility. If we do the fertility, it's going to remove the lack of rotation debuff. Also, it means that, well, the flowers we get per month go up by an awful lot. Yeah, also fertility comes up to a reasonable number. But flowers require that the Tumor Captain is actually built. We've built stage 1. It's one of those buildings that needs you to click the button again and say, you know how I had construction parts? Then I had construction parts, how I had concrete slabs and I had like 4,500, 5,000 stock, and then I spent 3,000. Well, the good news is I now need to spend another 2,000. And another 17 uni. Cool. And another 400 construction parts. But that will definitely consume whatever water we have before we need to dump into Schrodinger's pipe. Do we have enough water? Do we actually have enough water outright to, well, run this? I have no idea. But that's okay. I don't really mind because the Tumor Captain is not built. But in theory, these are the important things. In theory, that pipe doesn't have enough throughput. Also, that pipe doesn't have enough throughput. We should fix those two things. In theory, I'm consuming my fuel gas into something useful now, like making water. Also, in theory, as our production of waste goes up, i.e. we have more poop we're making, we should make more sludge, and more sludge leads to more fuel gas. And more fuel gas leads to more steam being made, and more steam means more water, which some of the water needs to go back into the settlement to make more water to run the settlement. Also, in theory, some more water to make flowers. Yes. Also, our team of captains will also need some fuel gas, which I'll have to work into the system somewhere as well. The good news is I left myself exactly 0 tiles to work out how to do that in the future, but that is going to be a problem for future JD, and he will come back and blame past JD, and then past JD will have to go stand in front of a new excavator, and acceleration will happen, and then we'll have somebody else that we can put into the Tomb of Captains. But all that will happen in future episodes because we're done for today. And as always, I need to thank you guys so much for watching. I need to say I do hope you've enjoyed. Also, I need to remind you that like that I asked whether I could borrow. Also, can I keep it? And then finally, you're in episode what, 50 something of a 54 of a Let's Play. We got to be at the point. Definitely have to be point at that I can finally ask you to hit the subscribe button and actually click it, because yeah, we're making progress. We're making progress in the creator. Also means that we probably need to get back to food next episode. Yeah, because I sort of want to get that done. Also, we need to get all the food down to the creator. But they're all problems for future episodes. Right now, I need to say, as I said, thank you for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the very next episode. All right, bye.